Hello, welcome to the final review of the channel. What? It's been an interesting year. Okay, so I guess first of all I want to say thank you if you have been watching the videos. I thank you if you've been watching this video. It's very much appreciated, and it kind of makes the effort worthwhile. I mean, I've been doing this for 5 years now, and this is the final year. We do have a couple more videos that we didn't manage to get done, mainly due to like scheduling conflicts, stuff like that, that meant we couldn't get everybody in the same room at the same time. So yeah, that kind of put a dampener on things, but there's like 4 more videos that we've got planned that we will be doing next year at some point, and they're going to come out randomly. They might all come out at the same time, I don't know. It will literally be when they're done, they're done. So I just want to go through like some of these videos. A lot of these videos I don't actually remember myself because we did these like fucking ages ago. We all have that one friend. I really enjoyed doing that one. That was a funny one. I'm a bit annoyed that the audio didn't come out fantastic. I was trying something a bit different, which is basically taking the Panasonic and putting a zoom on top, so you get like the zoom quality audio, but it just did not work. There was a lot of humming, so I had to then like reduce. I don't know. It just fucked up. It fucked up, and that sucks. Obviously, me and Cream played A Way Out. The lads play stuff's really cool. This will come out after the beer pong one, which was that was really fun to do. I really enjoyed that one. And obviously, like, you know, people have been saying that the editing skills have got better, and I'm pretty happy with where I've come, how far I've come, as it were. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I really enjoyed that one. I really got into Anna Managuchi at one point, and then was like, I'm going to do a compilation, and I mean, that video was like over 12 minutes. Just non-stop playing, and that was rough. For some reason, like whenever we did those big recordings, the sync kept going out, like the synchronization between the audio and the recording, like it was really weird. It happened with that one, it happened with Doom, and the most annoying one was one that we're going to have to actually redo, which was another drum playthrough, but that just completely fucked up, so we've literally have to go back in and do it all again. But I've now taken steps to try and fix that, so hopefully we'll be able to get that better, because that synchronization really fucking bugs me. Attitude City, why the fuck did I wear a leather jacket for that? I have too many of these stupid ideas. Yeah, that was... The weird thing is, why I'm saying no to next gen consoles, I did that like when the next gen consoles were announced, and then just didn't release it for ages because I didn't realise it was on the hard drive. It just fell through the cracks. Like, I recorded that pre-COVID, and for some reason I just didn't realise, oh, that's in there, and so I was like, oh shit. I think that was when we was gonna do one of the sketches, and I was like, oh, I could just put that in instead, so that's what I did. Yeah, the stuff between me and Cream, we filmed that at the beginning of COVID because we literally had nothing else to do. So all of those videos were done at the same time. And by that point I'd already wrote out a schedule of all the videos I wanted to do, what games I wanted to play and stuff like that, so that was all planned. So, you know, once again I'd like to apologise to Cream on Battletoads. I kept getting really fucking narky. Like, I was a right fucking pain in the ass for those videos. Because normally when we record we just go for like half an hour and that's it, but with those it was like we had checkpoints to hit. And the problem with recording through the Xbox is you have an hour, so like quite a few of those were like going over that hour mark, and it just fucked it up. I mean, I shouldn't have fucking done it really. I should have done it better. So once again, I do apologise, Cream. The Doom medley, let's face it, it was an excuse so I could buy that Doom helmet. It really was. It's just an excuse to buy that fucking helmet. Mystic Crystal, I really like that one. That was good because it kind of spliced the two together really well, so that was good. That Guy in Every Business, that was a weird one because like it was like there was so many different elements in that, and like nobody apart from me knew like every scene, so they knew what the parts they were in, but they didn't know like what everyone else was doing. So it wasn't until it was all put together that people actually were able to see what the end product was like, and I really enjoyed it. And yeah, I think that was some of our best work, really, in my opinion. So I'm just going to talk about my most popular videos at this time. So, I mean, we have Ultimate Sandwich. I had like 137 views. That's mad. It's not even a great song. The Game Room Tour. What the fuck happened there, man? 133 views. Like, I have no idea what happened. I don't know why so many people watched that. That literally was a filler video. Like, the main one was this room. I wanted to film this so I could talk about the bands that I've been in and talk about music, because that's what I'm passionate about and that's what I can talk forever about. So the games room was just like a look at my stuff. But I had like 133 views. Fucking crazy. 69, 69, 140. If We Were Gay was 144. Breaking the Coffee Drinking World Record. I really enjoyed that one. That was when Nauma came back from Spain. And we were just like, hey, let's film a video. And we drank so much beer over that weekend. It was like a long weekend, so they came over Thursday, Fegan came over Friday, and then they stayed until Sunday afternoon, and we just fucking drank and laughed and did that video, and it was fucking great. Cool Patrol 192, jeez. Slade, Merry Christmas. Like, what? Why? Like, I've been watching that, like on the analytics, and people are watching that like mid-August and stuff. I'm like, what is happening? I'm guessing there's people like accidentally clicking on it or something. I don't know. It's weird. Way Too Much Left for Dead, which obviously was the old version. So that was 249 views. And that's been up for 13 years. That's fucking crazy. Orgy for One, 327. A Love and Real, 343. Like, that's pretty high for me. And then the Way Too Much Left for Dead outtakes. I don't know why that has so many more views. 453. And then obviously the craziest one is Suicide Messiah. Like 1.6 thousand. What? Like, I don't understand why that video just out of the blue, almost 2,000 fucking views. But thank you. Like, definitely thank you for that one. I'm sure nobody really gives a shit, but just for my own peace of mind, I guess. I just want to say why I'm stopping doing YouTube, because I could carry on for another 5 years, whatever. But, you know, things have changed a lot in the last 5 years, like a hell of a lot. You know, when I started doing it, it was mainly because every time everyone was coming over, I was putting together video. You know, we already had these videos, like the Band Hub stuff, and a couple of the older videos, like the Diariki stuff. And I was just like getting fed up of just showing the guys, and I just felt like sometimes they weren't interested in watching it. So I was like, well, if I put it on the internet, then they can watch it whenever they like. And especially with Nauma being in Spain, he couldn't see the Diariki stuff that I was doing, so I wanted him to be able to see it as well. So that's why I originally started uploading. And then it was like, oh, I want to be a YouTuber, you know, and I had these big ambitions of like getting everybody to work for me, you know, and we get to work together, or like, you know, fucking 5 days a week, and it would be great. Obviously that never panned out, but at the same time, like, I gave it everything I had. I gave everything 100%. Like, I did not half-ass anything. I put everything I had, both money-wise, ambition-wise, you know, just everything. I just put everything into the channel. No, you know, I tried my hardest. I did everything I could to get the videos to the best of my ability, and, you know, like, no one could turn around to me and say, hey, you know, the reason why you failed was because you didn't try hard enough. Bullshit. I gave it everything I had, but at the same time, that gives me clarity. You know, that's given me this clarity of being able to say, you know what, I gave it everything I had, and it just didn't work out. So, you know, it's tough. For every YouTuber that makes it, there's 1,000 that don't, and I'm just one of them 1,000. and that's fine. You know, I've come to terms with that a long time ago when I decided I was going to stop. You know, the main reason why I'm stopping is because my attention is not here anymore. You know, when I first started it was, I just left my other band. I just left Damned by Design. I was very angry because I started that band, and then by the end of it I didn't feel like I was a part of it anymore. I felt like I was on the sidelines and I was just the drummer. Bearing in mind, I did say to them, like, look guys, I'm not going to be able to be as full on with this as much anymore because we were moving out at the time. And, you know, then other things happened I'm not going to go into, but basically, you know, I quit because I just had enough of it and I didn't want to play music anymore with anybody. And then I discovered BandHub, and it really fucking opened my eyes to a whole new world where I could literally just pick a song that I liked and then play that, and I didn't have to learn stuff that I didn't like. You know, I didn't have to learn shit that I was like, oh, I fucking hate this song. Funny enough, though, after a while I did start doing a lot of commission work, I guess, like, because it would come through and give you a request, like, somebody wants you to play drums on this song, and you'd be like, yeah, right. So I was learning, like, fuck loads of songs, and stuff that I'd never even heard of before. And, you know, that was fun whilst it lasted. Then, you know, the channel died out, and then I realised, hang on a sec, I could do drum covers, and I wanted to do it with the green screen because, you know, that's something I haven't seen on other drum covers stuff, so I thought it was like carving out this niche. So that's what I did, and, you know, so it evolved once again, like, from just uploading stuff I already had to doing that, and then it became the gaming stuff. So, you know, me and Cream wanted to do, you know, we were playing some games, and she just went, oh, this is really funny, you know, you watch Game Grumps all the time, why don't you do a Game Grumps thing? And I was like, you know, why not? You know, I'm uploading videos once a week, why not I just do it twice a week? Which is what I did. So, you know, we then every Friday and Saturday was uploading videos, you know, the gaming stuff, and then music and sketches and other stuff on the Saturdays. But yeah, so I then got in contact with an old friend of mine through Facebook, a guy I used to play guitar with called Chris Sturts, and my god, that guy was amazing. Like, he's such a good guitarist. And when we first sort of hung out, I was very much in the infancy of playing. I was only 16, 17 at the time. So I was very much just like starting to build. I wasn't even in my 20s at that point. And, you know, I was like, you know, listening back to how I used to play compared to how I play now, like, I've gotten so much better and tighter and blah blah blah, you know. So I was like, oh, I would love the opportunity to play with him again. And he said he was looking for a band. So I was like, great, well, I'm thinking about doing a Foo Fighters tribute band, because we did a Foo Fighters tribute band way before that, like a couple of years before that. I watched Glastonbury. I watched the Foo Fighters at Glastonbury, and it just blew me away. Like, I've always been a fan of Foo Fighters, don't get me wrong, but they were always just like a background for me. You know, it was like, oh yeah, I like Pretender, and I like All My Life, I like Low, and stuff like that. But they were just another band that I liked, you know. And then I watched them live. I watched that footage, and it blew me away. And I was just like, holy shit! Like, this is amazing. And then I suddenly became a super fan and got really into the Foo Fighters a lot. And, you know, from there I just sort of said I wanted to be in a Foo Fighters tribute band, so I started something, and it fell apart very quickly. Our main Dave Grohl character basically had a lot of issues that I'm not going to go into, but he basically said, yeah, I can't do this anymore. And it was like, okay, fair enough. And then we put it on the side burner, and it just stayed there until this day when I spoke to Chris, and he said, I'm sorry man, I'm not interested. And I was like, fuck. But he said, but I do know a guy called Ross. So then I got into contact with Ross, and I said, hey, do you want to join the band? And he was like, yeah, sure. So we started moving forward with that. Got Kyle in on bass, because me and Kyle Locke, you know. So that was great. The other thing I want to say actually is the Booze Night Jams. Like, they're some of my favourite videos. I really enjoyed those. Just being able to cut between the angles and you know, recording us jamming, which I love jamming with the guys anyway. It's fucking awesome. That's some of my favourite stuff. That and the sketches. You know, the drum covers are great, but they're a lot of fucking hard work, man. I mean, it's like 6:30. I've been going at this for like 3 hours now, and that was just to do 2 songs. Just literally gutting this room, setting up the green screens, and then I'm gonna have to pack it all away as well. It's a lot of work, especially for one person. So because of that, like, you know, that's, you know, it's a lot of effort just to get like 4 views. So I'm just like, nah, fuck it, I can't do this anymore. But yeah, so, you know, I got Kyle in, I got Ross, and then we found another guy online called Keith. And so he joined, and we started jamming, and it was going really, really well. Like, we were like locking in very quickly, and it was becoming very, very interesting what was going on. And it lit something in me that made me want to start playing again a lot. Like, I was just kind of like, oh, well, maybe I should do a band again. And then, like, that made me go, like, oh, I love playing in a band. Like, I love like, when it first started, it was very, like, I was very aggressive and kind of, like, still had the attitude that I had from the previous band of just, like, people are against me, and that, you know, when someone said something, they were just doing it to try and be nasty and try to offend me, rather than it being like, no, it's just constructive criticism. And it took me a while to get my head around that, but when I finally did, it like changed everything for me. Like, knowing that there's these guys in this band, and you know, we're all in it together, and we're friends, we're brothers, we're working together to come up with something that's really cool and really fun. Then COVID hit. It fucked everything up, because then suddenly we couldn't practice anymore. Then eventually, obviously, years later, we were able to get back onto it, because we tried like doing it over like some sort of Zoom thing, especially for music and stuff, but trying to get all of the trying to get it all to sync, and that just didn't work, and it sucked. So we just stayed at home, we practiced, and then when we could, we got together and we started playing, and it was really, really fucking good. I really enjoyed it. And you know, when it came to sort of you know, from there it sort of evolved. Keith quit because he just couldn't do it anymore, at which point we then had Claire come in and help us out for a bit, but literally as she said yes, she was going to do it, then we got Ed, and Ed came forward and he was like, hey, I'm a big Foo Fighters fan, and I listened to his recording of him playing some songs, and I was like, wow, some of those songs are deep cuts, like Cold Day in the Sun and Wheels. I was like, well, I know those songs, but like, you know, it's not times like these and all my life. Like, it was very like, not a lot of people are going to know those ones. So you knew he was a real fan, whereas Keith wasn't. Keith just loved playing, and that kind of, it added something and also took away at the same time. Like, it added this non-Foo Fighters edge of like, oh, let's try something that's just like a cover band thing rather than a Foo Fighters tribute band thing, and that kind of made things interesting. Whereas on the other hand, it was like, he'd be like, what song do you want to play? And he's like, oh, I don't know, I've only heard like 2 Foo Fighters songs. So, you know, we kind of built the set ourselves without his involvement too much. But yeah, so then Claire got in, and like I say, Ed came forward, so that we did the first couple of gigs that we already had booked, and we did those with Claire, and then she had to leave because she was already in another band, and she was starting to do some university stuff, so, you know, she just didn't have the time for it anymore. So at which point Ed then stood up and started taking more of the Dave Grohl role, and like, we've never looked back. Like, it's been like so crazy how fast things have moved, and you know, now I'm also doing backing vocals, which I never thought I would do again in a million years. You know, when I first started doing backing vocals in like Axel Grandma, and when I was doing it in 2 Hour Warning, I was always like, I hate my voice, and like, I can't sing. I can't, and I still can't sing, but I can scream. And like, that's created a whole new thing, because Foo Fighters can be quite shouty, and I could just about do that. And the more I'm doing it, the more compliments I'm getting from people of like, oh yeah, fucking hell, dude, like, that was really cool, that was really good. It's just making me more confident, and making me more confident vocally is helping me and making me better at vocals. So that's really cool, just being like the Taylor Hawkins basically, which I'm really, really enjoying. It's so much fun to just meet up with the guys and we just play Foo Fighters songs, you know, and we've got some gigs lined up, and we've had other gigs previously, and you know, I just want to put more of my effort into that than this, because this, I'm not getting a lot of feedback, I'm getting very few views, but that is like instantly gratifying. You know, I'm playing, having a great time with my friends, having a couple of beers, we're having a laugh, and we're playing some awesome music, so it's fucking awesome. And because of that, that's, you know, that's one of the other main reasons why I'm stopped, shall we? Of people to thank. So, I want to thank Nalma for the stuff that he did. Obviously, he did Extreme Coin, and he helped with, the main one was obviously the Breaking the Coffee World Record, which was so great, and I really hope he can come back soon so we can do something again, you know, maybe not necessarily for the channel or anything, but just come back and have some beers. You know, obviously I want to thank Vegan for helping out with the Booze Night Jams and the Lads Play and the sketches that he was involved with. Like, he's always, like, he's got a direct line to my funny bone. He always has. Like, he just cracks me up sometimes, you know. He just come out with some fucking bollocks, and it just tickles me in such a way. You know, only last weekend, we met up, and he gave me a fucking birthday card. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get this birthday card. It's cracking me up. So it's like, oh yeah, brother, you're one hell of a guy. And then it's got like, oh, you know, Rich, beers to you on your birthday, much love, buddy, vegan, blah, blah, blah. But then it's this bit here, this just I was in the pub, and I was pissing myself laughing. Look at that shit. Hey Rich, remember on your 18th, where we had to fight all those pedo goblins because they had taken Kyle hostage, thinking he was a hairy little boy. Good times. And this is like me, like, fuck you, and he's just like, oh, fuck it. It just made me laugh so hard. Just realised he left the price on the back. He just cracks me up. Like, he's so fucking funny. He's got such a crazy sort of humour that I've kind of latched onto over time. I've always been a bit crazy anyway, but like, he's pushed me so much further with the craziness and the off the wall humour, you know. And because of that, like, you know, he's just such a fucking ledge to hang around with. He's added so much to the videos. Then I'd like to obviously thank Kareen for doing the booze nights, not booze night, the how'd you play this stuff, for putting up with me, for, you know, just being there for everything that she's done. Like, you know, not a lot of people would put up with as much as she has when it comes to me. And so yeah, I'd like to thank her for that, and everything that she's brought to the channel, you know, on the sketches and stuff. Then obviously there's Craig. You know, Craig's got such a wacky sort of energy that he brings to things, and you know, he's always like very optimistic and like fucking happy-go-lucky and ready to do stuff, and is very good at kind of being interested in what you're talking about, and you know, because of that, like, he can really help like bring things together in terms of like what's going on. You know, he'll be like, oh, we could do this, and he's like really excited about it, and it makes you excited about it. So then, like, you know, it helps bring a lot, like, so much more energy to the table. And obviously he's worked on like countless sketches, and he's done the Lads Play stuff. And we're all getting drunk at Christmas. I think that was a great one that we did last year. Everyone involved, you know, Crean on vocals, and then me and the guys doing the video. And we all literally like went to the recording place, and we had to get all the drums out. And no, I think we used the kit that was there, but I mean we had to get like all the fucking decorations up and that. So that was quite funny. Then obviously there's Kyle. You know, he's helped through 99% of the videos really. Like he's always been there to kind of, you know, he's got that reliability to him of being able to come in and keep me on track and keep me level-headed when sometimes things could be not working the way I want them to, or sometimes, you know, I'm getting off track and he'll kind of like bring me back in and be like, oh no dude, we're doing this, and I'm like, oh yeah, you know, and I'm jumping around a swimming pool and he's like, yeah dude, we're trying to fucking film in a Christmas tree, and I'm like, whoa. You know, it's stuff like that. That hasn't happened, by the way, that's just an example, but you know, he's always been there, and he's helped with goddamn how many videos, you know, all the Lads Play stuff and the sketches and the drum covers. He helped me for like a long stint of those. He also helped me with like the ones with the big kit and stuff, and like transporting me around and shit like that. So he's just like been there for a lot of it, and you know, that's always been really helpful. So yeah, there you go. That is the end of this fucking channel, pretty much. I'm gonna miss it. Of course I'm gonna miss it. It's always given me some sort of drive, and knowing, oh, this weekend I've got to do this, this weekend I've got to do this. I've got a week off, that gives me time to edit these videos that I've built up a backlog of, and stuff like that. So it's always sort of given me that drive. But now I've got, like, you know, I've got a new drive. I've got the Taylor stuff to do, which I do have ideas for videos that I might do with the guys from the band, kind of do some stuff. There's still some stuff that I want to do with Fegan and Kyle, some like original music stuff, which I think would be really cool. I want to write like an album with them and then do some music videos, which I already have it all planned out in my head. It's just getting us into the room and working together to kind of perfect everything. Obviously, like I say, we've got a music video coming out at some point next year. We've got 2 sketches and a drum cover playthrough of an album, which we've already done once. So I mean, it's one of those ones when you have to re-record something you've already done before. It's trying to like G up yourself and get ready to give it the same amount of energy you gave it the first time around. The fortunate thing is that we filmed it like last year, near enough, about 6 months ago. It was about 6 months ago, I think, that we recorded it initially, and it didn't work. So going back to it, it'll be like fresh, hopefully, and I'll hopefully be able to bring a lot of energy to it. Also because last time it was just me and Kyle, whereas this time I'm going to be bringing Fegan and maybe even Craig as well to kind of help with everything. And in doing that, I'm hoping like that'll take some of the workload off of me, and therefore I won't be like getting to this point where I'm like, I'm fucking knackered, I've fucking got all this stuff to do, like packing up stuff, and I'm like, I don't want to fucking do it, you know. And then you're recording a video and you're kind of like, I need to be fucking blah. I don't know, it's fucking hard. But I think one of the biggest obstacles I've had throughout doing the whole of YouTube is YouTube itself. Trying to get around copyright and releasing a video sometimes, like, not knowing if it's going to get banned, which really sucks. Like, I did a police video, like, very early on. I did a drum cover of Message in a Bottle, and yeah, can't release it because it'll just get banned instantly, you know, because it's got the original footage in the background and that, so it's really annoying. And there's several videos that are still on the channel that just they're there, but no one can watch them because they got banned, they got blocked. Some of them get region blocked and stuff like that. So like the Megadeth and the BLS stuff, it's 50-50 whether it gets blocked or not. Whereas Ninja Sex Party, Starbomb, I've had no issues with it, which is one of the reasons why I started doing them as much as I did. And also, I'm a big NSP fan, so you know, I've literally done a music video for every original music video that they've done. Like I've done a drum cover for every music video that they've done of an original song. I haven't done the covers because I'm not going to do a cover of a cover of a cover. It just seems a bit weird. And a lot of the stuff I'm like, you know, I don't really like the songs, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, so I'm really happy with the fact that I'm going to do that, and when they do release a new album, I will be doing the same again, you know, or however many songs they release as music videos, I will be doing drum covers of those, so that'll be the next lot. So hopefully when that does happen, this fucking podgy bastard will fucking go and I'll lose some weight and I'll look good. Hopefully. But that's it. So I'd like to thank everybody who's helped me throughout the last 5 years doing this stuff. I'd also like to thank the guys from Iron Rooster, which is the Foo Fighters tribute band I'm in. I'd like to thank, you know, Ed and Ross, and obviously Kyle, for everything that they've helped me through mentally with that. And also the videos that are coming out next year, probably everyone from now on won't have an outro. I'll just have like the song playing and then I have the bits, but I'm not going to talk over it because I just don't want to. It's not that I don't want to, it's just more of like I don't really need to anymore, you know, because I mean the whole point of it is to be like, comment, subscribe and stuff like that, but like that stuff's not really going to do much anymore, because like the whole point in liking, commenting and subscribing is to grow the channel, but I don't want to grow the channel anymore because I'm stopping. So because of that, it's like, it just seems a bit futile. So I'll just come up at the end and be like, Blair, or all the footage of us prassing around and that. So yeah. So I won't be doing that. I'll still put the intro on, but there won't be an outro. And that's it really. So for the last time, bye-sies.